Welcome back to Fujitsu Forum TV. Gosh, it's 4 o'clock. It feels like it was 8:50 this morning, just a few moments ago when we started. What a day it's been. There's been some lovely insight coming out of Fujitsu Forum 2018. 2 amazing keynotes with great information for you all to look back on. One of the benefits of Fujitsu Forum TV is all the videos are there up on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. So if there's something in an earlier interview that really piqued your interest, you can go and review it. Now, we're bringing you 27 live interviews and 3 keynotes over the 2 days of Fujitsu Forum. But there's also another reason why 12,500 people have travelled from 80 countries around the globe. It's the exhibition centre. They've come here to see firsthand all the digital solutions delivering on challenges. Let's show you what's been happening down in the exhibition centre. Virtually every vertical is being represented here at Fujitsu Forum 2018 with key innovation, showcasing how business and societal issues can be delivered. Remember yesterday we were talking about Fujitsu City and how the findings are helping to impact society. Manufacturing, who we interview tomorrow, there's some amazing things going on with the smart city. Data-enabled devices are impacting business and society across the board. Now, let's come back to cloud. It's been a key theme today, but what about native cloud? Is it something that we should be aware of? We're going to talk to CTO Jason Daniels, who's going to help us understand a bit more around cloud. It's just exploded. It has many guises. Yeah. Cloud native is a term we've been hearing a bit about. I'm going to be honest, I'm in the camp that's been confused by it. So,
as of many people.
Simply put, what is cloud native?
So CJ, cloud native is the new state in which customers are evolving to operate their applications and data. Cloud native is just simply another term for the next evolutionary state that an application and data need to evolve to compete in the digital world. So when we say cloud native, we could say, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I'm virtualized, okay? It's a similar evolution. Only now everything is cloud native.
What are the main benefits and outcomes organizations are, or probably should, be looking to drive with cloud native?
So cloud native enables a number of things. First and foremost, competitive advantage, lower operational cost and complexity.
CEO's going to love all of that.
Everyone loves that, right? But it comes with a challenge, and that challenge is how do we transform the business, my people, my process, in line with the technology to ensure that it is successful. This is not a case of just waking up and saying, cloud native, I'm deploying tomorrow and I'll be competitive and successful. This is about evolving the application landscape in an enterprise, which typically can contain thousands of applications, knowing what applications are suitable for cloud native, and then planning a roadmap to get there. This isn't one size fits all. Cloud native is not for everybody based on your maturity of application. However, it's certainly the end state for everybody.
Sounds like this will be aspirational for a few businesses out there, to say the least. Where would it rank on the digital journey? Because, blimey, they got a lot to get through, right?
Sure. So in terms of the digital journey and the progression through the stages to become, if you like, ultimate digital supremacy to compete in the digital arena, cloud native today is certainly the target that every enterprise is aiming for. That target brings a maturity problem, an evolutionary problem, and a transformation problem for the application and people. So it's on everyone's agenda. The benefits are clear to the organization and the enterprises we work with, and it's clear to Fujitsu. Fujitsu has a dedicated cloud-native services team and division that purely focuses on the enablement, the adoption, acceleration, and development of apps and people and technology in this new world. We take it very seriously. We know our customers take it very seriously. It's a complex road to tread, and it's a complex road that needs the robust hands and engineering heritage of Fujitsu to take them on that journey.
I know you've been quite a busy man here. You've got a big presence, a lot going on. Just tell us a bit about what you've been doing, because there's real interest within cloud native, isn't there?
There is. And again, I come back to the same 2 things, okay? And this is the shift we are seeing now. A term I use is focus on the 20, not the 80. 80% are the things that we've traditionally focused on, which is your virtual machines, your storage, your networking, all the bits that we have in place for one reason, and that's so that we can run an application. Why do we run an application? So that we can get to data, either generate, manipulate, get insights from data. And the application is just a human abstracted way for us as humans to interact with that data. So by focusing on the 20%, the applications and the data, and taking that on the journey to cloud native, we can truly gain the operational efficiencies, lower cost, and ultimately the competitive advantage that we need.
What about the more traditional companies out there with sort of legacy IT?
So, CJ, I don't think it's about traditional companies. It's about all of our companies have what we call a hybrid IT estate. All of our customers and companies we work with have a section of their infrastructure, their application, their storage that is deemed heritage. Okay, I won't say old. We have to acknowledge that heritage platforms and applications exist. They have to enable and operate and sort of almost co-create with the new world so that they operate together. At Fujitsu, we're very much around balancing robust IT and fast IT as our hybrid IT strategy. So how do we create a digital border on heritage applications so that they can truly participate in the API economy and the digital economy that the new competitive applications will be developed in?
Co-creation for success, theme of Fujitsu Forum 2018. Just give us a bit of an insight into how you're working with the partners on this agenda.
Look, partners are key to Fujitsu and they're certainly key to the Cloud Native Services team. As I said, we're operating on the forefront of technology. We're operating in a space that most customers are either scared to enter because it's deemed high risk and complex, or customers are already there and maybe they haven't done it in the right way and they need guiding or integrating back into their heritage estate. So partners, co-creating, working with Fujitsu, working with our customers together, is the only formula that really works, because Fujitsu alone, we're really clever, right? We don't have all the answers. Our partners have the platform and the technology that our customers are looking to utilize, and it's our responsibility to co-create, work with our partners, and generate hopefully a bright future for the companies we work with and human society overall.
Do you think this is on the radar of CEOs enough, or are they still leaving it to the CTO, the CIO?
Yeah, it's a good question, CJ. The problem that we're seeing in the market are the decision makers and influencers are changing, okay? Middle management, IT management, no longer call the shots when it comes to the new world of developing apps and data. Developers are having a front seat here now. So developers are driving the decisions. Developers can go home at night and they have access to all of the platforms that, if you think traditionally, they didn't have access to because it was behind closed walls. Now they can go home, they can innovate at a rapid pace and bring that back into their company that they work for and distribute that out to production. That is a scary speed to market, and it's a scary control thing for a board to get their head around, let alone the cost implications. So I think we've seen a big shift in the last 3 years. I think the board appreciate this new world exists and that they need to participate in it, and if they do not, their company ultimately is at risk. But again, it's a culture change, it's a people change, and the technology sort of supports that in the overall act that's taking place.
There'll be a lot of chief officers watching this that listening to your points and thinking, okay, that's resonating with me. If you had one message for them, what would it be?
Start now.
I like that.
Start now, start in an incubated, isolated way with a multi-skilled tiger team approach that Fujitsu can supplement and help with. Pick a easy, low-risk project, because this is about gaining business trust internally, evolving the company's culture and the way you operate to ultimately deliver excellence out to your customers. You will never achieve that at the landscape that these enterprises, they've got thousands and thousands of employees, okay? It can only ever be achieved in a small incubated way and then grown.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for
pleasure.
your time.
Thank you,
Fascinating
CJ.
stuff. If that's resonated with any of you and you're thinking, okay, I probably need to have a conversation here, or at least go back to the boardroom and trigger a conversation. If you want to get in contact with Jason, we can facilitate that via social. Just reach out to us. We'll make the introduction so you guys can move it forward.
Email us at hellocloudnative@fujitsu.com.
There you go. Couldn't say it better myself. Still plenty more to come on Fujitsu Forum TV today. Up next, Dr. Alex Bazin is helping us understand IoT. He's going through huge change. It's been a bit of a buzzword for many, many years now. Are we finally beyond the hype? Are we at a point where it's making tangible business? Now, off air, I was talking to the security team ahead of their interview at 5:30 tomorrow. They tell me within 24 months, 20 billion IoT devices are going to be connected to the internet. Astonishing growth rate. So join us next, Dr. Alex Bazin, that's going to be one to tune into. Security, if that's piqued your interest, how's this? $610 billion lost to cybercrime this year. Now, 80% of data is going to be going through the cloud within the next 2 years, they say. That number is going to explode. CEOs, unless you've got a blank checkbook, you cannot afford to miss the security conversation tomorrow at 5:30. Plenty more insight coming today from Fujitsu Forum TV. Stay with us.